Hey everyone, Devin Knupp here, and I just found out how Dave Ramsey was able to make money flipping houses when he had no money and no credit right after his bankruptcy. So the other day, I was doing a little bit of research for another one of my YouTube videos because I do upload every day and I need a new topic for all these different videos that I'm making. And as I was researching, I decided for some reason in the back of my head to look up Dave Ramsey. And more specifically, Dave Ramsey flipping houses with no money. And the reason why I had this little bit of a thought process, I still don't fully know why. But the thing is Dave Ramsey is one of those guys that's in the real estate industry. And me growing up, my family had a little bit of financial trouble at one period of time, about the time when I was in middle school, and they would just rave about Dave Ramsey because he helped them get out of debt, helped them cut up all their credit cards and helped their situation out. And so I would hear Dave Ramsey all of the time. And if you don't know who Dave Ramsey is, he's this guy that he was a millionaire in real estate, and he ended up filing bankruptcy and then built back up to becoming a multi-millionaire where he owns tons and tons of real estate. And then on top of that, he helps out hundreds of thousands of people all over this country, all over the world, with getting out of financial trouble, how to set up your finances appropriately, and more specifically, how to stay out of debt. Hey guys, this is Devin from the future. And before I show you the rest of this video, all that I ask in any of my videos is that you drop a like down below. I really appreciate it when you do that. It helps my channel out, helps more people be able to reach my content and learn from it. So if you could smash that like button down below really quick, really appreciate it. It doesn't cost you anything, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. And so I got to thinking a little bit, the one period of transition that nobody really talks about with Dave Ramsey's life was after he became a millionaire, filed bankruptcy, and then became a multi-millionaire all over again. And the thing is, you got to realize this guy knew a lot about real estate. He kind of just over leveraged himself and got into financial trouble that way. But what did he do with this real estate knowledge? Did he just quit getting into real estate? How was he able to how was he able to still make money in real estate when he didn't have any money to invest? Now, the question that I started to ask myself was, how did he make money when in between him being bankrupt and then him being a multi-millionaire all over again? Because he still had a lot of connections and a lot of knowledge about real estate. And so after digging in a little bit, I came across this one video. I started doing a little bit of research on my computer, and I came across this video where he subtly passes on a message about how he was able to do it. And it was so quickly that he goes over it that nobody really acknowledges that he mentions this. The guy that he was talking to on his show, he brought it up and the guy was like, oh, okay. And then just moved on to talking about flipping real estate all over again and how he's able to do it with the money that he has now. But he just very briefly goes over how he's able to make money off of real estate without having the cash or the credit to be able to make money off of these deals.
If you have the ability, Jim, to go out and dig up a deal and find a bargain on a piece of real estate, you can probably find somebody to buy your deal before you even buy it. After I went broke, I did some of that. I didn't have any money and I didn't have any credit after I went broke, but I knew how to dig up deals because it's what I had been doing. And so I would find a piece of property and just tie it up with a contract to purchase it, subject to, for 4 or 5 days. I wasn't going to tie it up long, but subject to my partner's agreement. And then I would just reach out to some investors and have one of them buy it.
And then he just very briefly goes over it, as you just saw. And what he talks about is finding a property at a discounted price and then signing it up and tying it up under contract. And then with that contract, selling it over to someone else, a real estate investor that has money to buy the deal, and making money for selling him this contract. And as I was watching this video, I was just completely mind blown because I didn't know that Dave Ramsey used to do this. And the reason why it's so exciting for me, and it should be exciting for you, because obviously you can just replicate what he did, but this is what I talk about in most of my videos, and it's called real estate wholesaling. And so the basic principles of it, which Dave Ramsey kind of quickly goes over in the video, but what you do is you find a discounted property, usually some sort of motivated seller, which in the video he talks about finding people that are in pre-foreclosure, about to foreclose on their house, about to lose it, and finding these people that are motivated to sell the house and getting it under contract and selling that contract and assigning the contract over to an investor. And so what real estate wholesaling is the repetitive act of finding these discounted properties. Because if you have the knowledge, or if you specifically target these people that have discounted properties, there's easily a way that you can make money off of these deals. Because if it's a good enough discount and an investor at the end of the day is able to make money on it as well, they're more than happy to pay you a fee for finding these deals, because at the end of the day, they're making money on the deal as well. And usually we average on these types of deals like $10,000 a deal.
You know, here's the thing. The old saying is true. Money is not hard to find. Deals and ideas are hard to find.
And so, like, here's a quick number overlay for how the numbers work on a deal like this. So let's say you have a house. It's a $100,000 house. Let's say that it needs like $10,000 in repairs, which is pretty fair. The average house that we work with usually needs that much, maybe a little bit more, but $10,000. So a $100,000 house, and it needs $10,000 in repairs. So as of right now, the house is worth, let's say, about $90,000, because 100,000 minus 10,000 is 90,000. And so let's say you find one of these sellers and they're willing to sell it to you at a discounted price, because they don't want to have to fix it up, because they're going to have to fix it up to throw it on the market usually, and nobody can really get a house like this financed by the bank. So usually a real estate investor that already has, let's say, like hard money or cash available, or they are used to doing deals like this, so the banks kind of already know how they do deals, is willing to pick these properties up. But nobody knows about this deal yet. So let's say the seller comes up to you and says, hey, I just want to get rid of this property. I want it off my hands. I don't want to deal with it anymore. Can you just take it off my hands for $60,000? And so you're going to be like, okay, yeah, knowing the numbers, he's selling it for $60,000. You need to put $10,000 in repair. So from $100,000 to $70,000, $100,000 minus $70,000, that's $30,000 worth of range of profit to be made on this deal. So let's say you get it on a contract, you sign it up for $60,000, and you put it out there. Hey, house needs $10,000 worth of work. The ARV of the property is $100,000, and in this deal, let's say that you're selling it for $65,000. So in this case, if an investor buys it for $65,000 and you got it under contract for $60,000, that means you're making a neat old $5,000 on this deal, and you didn't have to ever pick up a hammer. So let's say that you find a buyer, they buy it off of you for $65,000. You just made $5,000, and what you can do is just reinvest that money into marketing to find more of these deals. Obviously, you can just pocket it if you want. It's just quick cash. And the cool thing about this is you don't ever have to actually repair a house. You don't have to worry about the stress of making sure that the numbers work on the repairs. You don't have to worry about, let's say, putting a tenant in the house. You don't have to worry about hiring contractors. You don't have to be worrying about some of the different repairs that may take a lot of work and may cost you more money. All you did was find a discounted property, and you sold the rights to purchasing this property to somebody else. You assigned the contract and made $5,000. At the end of the day, how much work did you put in? Probably not that much, especially compared to the end buyer that has to fix up this house or do whatever they want with this property. And that is known as real estate wholesaling. So this really intrigued me, as I showed you guys that Dave Ramsey talked about this business model very quickly, and nobody really noticed it. There's 140,000 views on this video, but even out of those, I imagine only a minute amount of people noticed and took action on the words that he said inside of there. He didn't give much context, he didn't give too many details, but that's what I am here for. So if you really want to learn more about real estate wholesaling and the step-by-step process, I make a lot of videos on this channel, and I'm going to show you exactly how Dave Ramsey was able to make money when he was completely bankrupt, had no money, had no credit whatsoever, because he just filed bankruptcy obviously, and was able to still flip houses and make tens of thousands of dollars in this time period where he was at a low. And anybody can do this. You don't have to have any money, you don't have to have any credit, and all you have to do is just market for these motivated sellers, these people willing to sell their house at a deep discounted property, a deep discounted price, and reap the benefits of being a wholesaler. So anyways, if you want to learn more information about this business model, I really recommend that you go and check this video out right here. I'm going to break down the step-by-step process on how to go out there and do it with no money whatsoever, and you can be a complete beginner. So I'll see you inside of there, and like always, I'm uploading every day. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.